What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about the Canadian Armed Forces Basic Military Qualification, or BMQ. So I actually had to look this up because I have no idea what this is or what this means. But it says here that this is actually the initial training course that all new members of the Canadian Armed Forces must complete. All members of the Canadian Armed Forces? Yeah, it says regardless of whether you are joining the Canadian Army, Navy, or Air Force, you are going to this basic military qualification. So essentially, this is Canada's version of a basic training or boot camp, which is certainly something that we have here in the United States. But the biggest difference that I can notice so far already is that in the United States, if you're going into the Army, you go to the Army boot camp in a specific area of the United States. If you're going into the Marines, you go to a different basic training. Whereas in Canada, it sounds like everybody goes to this one basic training, regardless of what branch of the Canadian military you're going into, which is interesting. I guess, I mean, that's not totally crazy just because it's different. And in Canada, you have a lower population, you have less people, so I guess everybody can fit into this one Canadian basic training area. Whereas here in the United States, we have a bigger population and we divide it up. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I'm more interested in what the actual training looks like. So, most of us Americans really have no idea what the Canadian military is like or what being in the Canadian military looks like. So today, I really want to take a look at this video showing what the Canadian BMQ, Basic Military Qualification, is like. So let's take a look.
You've likely seen and heard a lot of different things about basic training. The instructors are not here to break you. Their goal is to build you up, mentor you, help you find your inner strength, and teach you to succeed in both the military and everyday life.
That is, I don't know if they're trying to not scare people, because it sounds like this is also similar to the United States. The image of the military drill instructor who's training you just yelling and screaming at you, and how that is a sort of a part of the shock and initiation of being in the military, having these military personnel, drill instructors, scream at you and order you around. And it is, I think, in a sense, meant to sort of break you down, but more understand that you are part of a bigger entity and that everybody is on a level playing field and everyone has to learn to follow instructions. That's pretty critical to being part of the military. But it's just funny that in this Canadian military video, they're like, don't worry, it's not to break you down, it's actually to build you up and to make you better and a functioning member of the military, which is, of course, true.
Basic Military Qualification, or BMQ, is a 9-week demanding journey designed for you to achieve more than you thought possible.
9 weeks. Okay, that's pretty in line with a lot of the American military boot camps. My older brother is a U.S. Marine, so I have a little insight into what he's told me about the Marine basic training and what that was like, and it was pretty crazy by the sound of it. And it was around, well, American Marines, their basic training is a little longer. It's like 13 weeks, like 3 months. This was like 8 or 9. that's what the American Army, I think, and Navy and Air Force, most of the training is around 8, 9 weeks. So that seems pretty similar.
It will transition you from a civilian to a proud member of the Canadian Armed Forces.
Cool.
Everyone who joins the Canadian Armed Forces must complete BMQ at the Leadership and Recruit School in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, Quebec.
Whoa! Look at this place. It's in Quebec. The training for all new members of the Canadian military is in Quebec. Interesting. Look at this place. This doesn't look like the harsh, training grounds with like sand pits and obstacle courses and swamps that I would have envisioned. This actually looks like a nice, pleasant sort of military facility.
Quebec. During the first week of your training, you'll be outfitted with all your military kit. Uniform, boots, helmet, gloves, rucksack, and you'll settle into your quarters. You'll join other recruits in a self-contained mega complex, complete with dormitory, gym, cafeteria, and school facility.
Nice. Wow. You can see Canada clearly has like a firm grasp on like this well-oiled machine. Like a very impressive facility.
Here, you'll experience the CAF's 4 training pillars: professional conduct and culture, resilience, physical fitness, and military skills.
Okay.
It isn't until
Okay.
week 6 that you'll do your mandatory physical test.
Really? Week 6? That's when you do a physical test. What are you doing for the first 5 weeks at this Canadian military training? I wonder. Maybe it's more of an emphasis on like learning. What a crazy concept that soldiers actually need to have a lot of knowledge and learning to do when making this huge leap into the military. Okay, then it's because to be honest, I think most of us Americans, when we envision boot camp or basic military training, we envision drill instructors screaming in your face, and then people doing push-ups and pull-ups and running and stuff like that.
You'll have lots of opportunity to build up capacity to meet the objectives of the test. Recruits must be successful.
Oh my God! Look at her go. Is this a woman? Not that woman can't be very strong, but oh my God. She's put are those all 45 pounds? Wait a minute. Is she pushing like 400 pounds or something here? What's going on?
To continue their BMQ.
Oh my God. Do not mess with the Canadian military recruits. What the heck?
So, it's a good idea to start training now before you arrive.
Train before. Yeah. I'm also curious, what the motivation for a lot of Canadians is to join the military. Here in the United States, you get a lot of amazing benefits. Maybe it's just a career option that that's just the career you want to go down, or for some people, for other people, they just feel like they're not going anywhere else in life and they have nowhere to turn to, and you can always just join the military. So no matter what your motivations, it's such a great thing that exists. And of course, let's not forget, there's people that just want to serve the country and protect the country and join the military out of that pride, which is an amazing motivation.
Visitations are not permitted during the initial 4 weeks of BMQ training.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, what? Yeah, visitation should not be permitted. I agree with that. I don't think, your family, they really shouldn't be visiting you. If you're making this huge transformation from just a normal random person into part of the military, you need to just get away and just dive and just be embraced by this whole military way of life. So yeah, that's funny that they even talk about that.
You'll be assigned to a section, and during week 2, you'll learn military dress, drill, and the words of military instruction.
Oh,
Initially,
okay.
your training will begin unarmed. BMQ isn't easy.
Here we go. Now we're talking. Okay. Week 6 was just a test. But leading up to that, you guys are doing plenty of like push-ups and pushing around weights and climbing stuff. That's all right. That's what I wanted to see. So far, I'm going to be honest, this seems pretty similar to American basic training.
Your instructors will inspire you with mentorship and coaching. Daily inspection of your kit aims to contribute to operational efficiency, to promote discipline, pride, and above all, it constitutes the basis of teamwork.
Cool. Yeah.
Ensuring you stay fit, agile, and ready to serve, marches and physical training are a fundamental part of your day.
Oh, wow. All right, you have obstacle courses, and you guys got to do all this stuff in full outfit, like in full gear. I know that's not easy, lugging all like the heavy equipment and what you're wearing and the helmet and the gun and the backpack, and that's really hard.
You'll be living, learning, and eating with your fellow recruits.
Eating?
In the classroom, you'll learn everything about survival skills.
Oh, wow.
Recruits are equipped with a
You know, I don't know exactly like what the training is in every branch of the American military, but it seems like in Canada, you guys have a big emphasis on not just the physical and working out, but the classroom skills. And they were like drawing on maps, and that's really impressive just for basic training.
essential skills in basic military first aid.
And first aid, and yeah, I don't know if we do all of this stuff in the American Armed Forces. I hope so, because I like this.
As well as life-saving CPR techniques.
Your daily routine starts at 5 a.m. and is filled with active days and late nights. Military skills and drills, classroom time, physical training, and personal inspections contribute to the core of your BMQ experience. This routine develops mental resilience, determination, teamwork, and physical strength.
It seems there is no lack of intensity in the Canadian basic military qualification. The one thing that they haven't shown is the classic instructor screaming. Do you guys do that? Because that's like a big part of American basic training. Like having the instructors scream in your face. Do you guys have that?
Knowing how to strip, clean, and assemble the C-7A2 service weapon is a fundamental skill you'll develop. Over several weeks, you'll be put through your paces on a shooting simulator and at the range.
Whoa! That must be new. The future is pretty amazing. So in Canada, you start your firearm training like with a computer, like it's virtual, like shooting first, then real shooting. That is amazing. That's so smart.
You'll learn to work effectively in situations where you must use weapons, relocate quickly, or conduct an operation in a conflict situation
Whoa.
in challenging weather and conditions.
Whoa! This is all in like 9 weeks? You guys pack a lot into this. And it gets very detailed, like carrying out these mock missions even. This is all Canadian, like, basic training?
After significant preparation, you'll be subjected to the reality of chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear theater operations.
What?
These learned skills are tested in a safe and controlled environment. It's a challenging...
What? Okay, I like this level of detail. You gotta go into, like, gas chambers, chemical warfare, and, like, use your mask and feel what it's like without your mask, God forbid, and this is intense.
Challenging experience where overcoming anxiety and fear is key.
Yeah, true. True. Well, make no mistake, yeah, if this is gonna be your career, your life, yeah, you gotta overcome a lot of stuff. It's a lot of respect for this.
Graduation day is a heartfelt day. You earned it.
Each challenge you overcame on your journey during BMQ has equipped you
Wow.
with the skills, resilience, and confidence you'll need as you venture into your military career with excitement and honor.
Ready to serve your country.
Wow.
It was fun and hard at the same time. We reached new limits.
It was fun. What? What is he saying? He said it was fun. What? I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say this kind of military training was fun. Like fun in the sense that it was rewarding, I guess. Tell me he wasn't like lugging rocks around like smiling like ha ha. They would be kind of scary.
When something is hard, you really got to push through and work together.
And you make so much friends. The staff's all supportive and everything like that. They're making sure that you succeed, and that really helps out a lot. So it was really fun. It was challenging, and I'd do it all over again.
Oh my God. Oh my word. If that's not a good advertisement for the Canadian Armed Forces, I don't know what is. It's hard, but it's fun. Or rewarding. And it certainly seems that way. This was very, very impressive. Like, I had no idea what Canadian Armed Forces training looked like, and this was a really interesting glimpse into that. There were a lot of similarities with the American basic training, but with differences as well. And you guys are clearly doing a lot of amazing stuff too, and a lot of learning, and yeah, big respect to the Canadian Armed Forces. This was really cool. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment, especially if you're Canadian and especially if you're a Canadian who's ever experienced the basic military qualification. That would be amazing to hear about your experience. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and seeing Canadian things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.